So we've got another bonus episode. We've got Kat with us. Kat, thank you so much for coming on the pod and talking sports with us.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
Of course. So I know from social media and being a massive Snoop, you kind of do a little bit of everything in your world up in the like Boston, Massachusetts area. But first question is what got you into the sports world? Did you always know that you wanted to like work in sports, fan first? What's your journey on it?
So, I grew up being a fan. I was a season ticket holder member to the Tsongas Center, the place where I currently work right now. And I grew up doing athletic stuff, did gymnastics, did hockey, did softball, and I was really enjoying that life. When I was 10, I was diagnosed with a physical disability that took me completely out of the game. Like my journey in sports had come to an end, and I said, okay, I'm at my sister's games anyway. How can I entertain myself?
Yeah.
So I started taking pictures because I loved taking pictures, and I started taking pictures for her games. In high school, they needed umpires, so I knew the rules. Couldn't play, but I could do something. So I started umpiring in high school, paid for my driver's ed that way. So I've been making money since I was 15 in sports. And then I pursued doing video stuff, and my aunt was like, hey, they need videographers at your local baseball field for their AA team. And I was just like, sure.
Right.
Sure. And they hired me, and I was just like, I don't really know what I'm doing, but hi, I'm here. I know the game. And because of my knowledge of sports, I translated that smoothly with working in sports and was able to tell stories really easily because half the battle was over. I knew what was going on.
Right.
I knew where the play was going to happen.
Yeah.
So pursued that for a couple of years. I became an intern with the New Hampshire Fisher Cats and learned all about what it takes putting on a show, basically, from getting people into the stadium to keeping them there.
Right.
So I worked for the New Hampshire Fisher Cats for a couple of years. In college, I was asked to do an internship, and I had applied to so many different sports organizations, and the time that I was doing it, the people that I was talking to, they were really looking for interns.
Right.
So I started looking for jobs instead, and I stumbled across the TD Garden needing camera operators. And some long shot, they said, yeah, come in for an interview. I was just like, the TD Garden is talking to me right now. What the heck? Like, the Bruins? Truly, this 21-year-old, please pinch me.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I'm working Bruins games. I'm watching Sweeney and God, I suck at names. The goalie hugs for the Boston Bruins.
Yes.
Watching that happening.
Oh my God, you were behind the camera for the goalie hugs.
Yes. I'm just up in the rafters doing fan cam stuff, and I'm like, you guys are leaving right now? Like,
I'm not even a Boston fan, and like during that time, I would make my dad stay there and watch. I'm like, we have to wait for the goalie hug, and he's like, "You're ridiculous." I'm like, 1, yes. 2, no, we have to wait.
Wait. Oh, I'd get so mad on away games, and broadcast would cut it off, and I'm like, I get it, but just hold live for just a couple more seconds, please, before you do your rollout.
Clearly, you hate fun.
Clearly. Come on, Nesson. But yeah, so I did a season with them because I used that for my internship. It was only a seasonal deal, and I then ended up getting a job at the Song Center. And it was like, hey, I'm here if you want me kind of
Right.
thing. And the person running it was just like, hey, I'm new. I need people. You seem talented. Like, let's talk. And he interviewed me. His name's Chad Fillion. One of my biggest mentors of my life. I love this man so much. He was like, can you come and make my show better? I don't really know what the show is, but can you? And I was just like, yes, please. Let me. I had seen one of their shows before, and I was just like, give me 5 minutes. I can turn this all around.
You're like, I'm already formulating a list.
I really was. I really was. And that's why I had to do it. It was like, sure. And all of a sudden I'm a force to be reckoned with. Like, everybody's listening to my input, and I'm sharing my knowledge and my strengths with everybody, being like, if we do this, it looks 10 times cleaner. If we cut just a little bit sooner,
It looks better.
it looks better. Faster fan cams cuts, more people get on the video board, more people happy and enjoying the game.
Yep.
And because have you ever been to a game where like the camera cuts are just slow?
That, and I've watched, like, watching prospect hockey, I've also seen, like, either the camera doesn't move or it's moving so much, and I'm like, I'm getting motion sick trying to watch this game, and I don't know what's happening because it's the Q League and they're speaking in French.
Yes.
I'm like, no. So yes, I've seen that.
So, just because of my knowledge of being a fan and what it's like watching at a professional level, and then working in a professional level, bring that down to the college level where I'm working with people who are in college classes right now, just barely getting themselves into the industry and just enjoying a Friday night, getting paid while watching their college team. And being like, hey, my friends are over there and we're going to talk about this later. They can grow what they're learning in classes and apply it to the job that they're at right now at a professional level, getting paid professional money to do this.
Gosh, love that. Love that for them.
Yeah. I know, right? They got it good right now.
You get to learn stuff in school and you're getting paid for it.
Yes.
Nice.
And being able to put this on your resume and be like, I did this.
No, that's fantastic.
So I've been with them for about 3 years now. I am starting next week. I will be one of the heads of audiovisual at the arena. Thank you.
We're doing round of applause, folks. Round of applause, folks. That's fantastic.
I'm terrified and very excited right now.
You always got to have a little bit of both. If
Just
you're
a little bit.
Slightly terrified, you're not living.
Yeah.
At least in my head. Like, you got to be kind of afraid for what's next. Otherwise, you're just sitting in, like,
comfort level. And it's 2026. Let's go.
Right.
Let's go. Come on.
We've got better things to do here. Jumping all the way back.
Yeah, let's. Because that's basically up to current date.
Jumping all the way back, what was your favorite sports job, essentially, once you were no longer able to be an athlete? What was kind of your favorite one that you were able to do? Like photography, something else? What was kind of your favorite one?
Right now my favorite is I was asked by my sister and her softball team in high school to photograph her senior game. It was her last game that she ever played that I saw. And she and I don't have the best relationship.
Okay.
But she was like, can you be available for this? And I was like, absolutely. Like, just to be able to capture that moment in
Right,
time.
that's a huge memory.
Huge.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Out of like the different, because I imagine throughout your entire sports journey, you're covering a ton of different sports. Granted, hockey seems like it's one of the mainer ones, but a ton of different sports. Are there certain sports that you prefer being like behind the camera, or you enjoy being behind the camera working more than others? Or is it kind of just I love all my children equally?
I prefer the indoor sports. Absolutely. Climate
Makes sense.
controlled. My best friend. But I really enjoy working basketball.
Mhm.
Um because I have an excuse to put my headphones on.
Fair.
Absolutely. So I enjoy the game. I like watching what's going on and the storytelling and just how aggressive the guys can get.
And
And
fast.
so fast. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Um, or the girls. I love the girls' game even more because it's just more technical. Um, but yeah.
Basketball, we love. Yeah, I would imagine, and granted, I'm biased as a hockey podcast, that the faster ones are a lot more, or at least like better to work behind because it's a
Yeah.
lot faster. I'd imagine. I don't know how baseball folks do it. They're just sitting outside for a while.
It's we get through it by making like the weirdest jokes.
Mm,
There was one game
nice.
I made like a bingo card of like what would happen the entire season. And I just was so bored of this doubleheader day game. And I was just like, I'm just making a bingo card. I'm calling it now.
You're like, I need something to
Yes.
occupy my time because this is taking too long. And doubleheader, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a lot of that's just a lot of being outside. Um, like we said, there's a lot of different sports that you're covering, being where you are now and where you have been. Um, but kind of focusing on where you're at right now, what does prep look to you in terms of like what you're doing and like what your team's doing, maybe on a game day or prior to game day? And then how is that kind of differing? Like, are you in particular like doing different prep for basketball versus hockey? Or is it kind of just like the same thing, but maybe there's a little bit variety depending on the sport?
Yeah. So on games where I'm just a game day employee, I come
Mm,
in about like 2 hours before doors. The team is mainly done prep work for me. I can just come in and just operate for a game. Um, on games where I'm part of management, there'll be meetings that'll happen because I'm just part time right now. I
mhm.
am not at absolutely every meeting where they're having discussions about tickets, about venue,
Right.
makeups, and tables that's got to get done. I'll get a sheet basically breaking all that down, and I'll look specifically at my AV stuff, like different events going on. I'll get notice of like if they need microphones, if they need music in that room, um, and then from the show caller, we'll get the scripts and all of the assets that they have made, or a list of assets that we need to make
Mhm.
that are more branded with what the show callers are doing,
Okay.
with our that um we can use all season long kind of stuff. They'll send us like game specific, like these activations, this game's coming up. Um
Right.
and then we'll make more branded stuff for the house, like your fan cam stuff, um, a lot of stuff with sponsors,
Mhm.
a lot of your like the scoring bug that you see, the different wipes that you see from like replays or different angles, will usually make those. Um,
Awesome.
so when we get the script, we'll break it down from main screen graphics and ribbons and upper ring graphics. That's a whole other system. I'll make sure that our replay system is ready to go. I'll take the exports from the previous game, move them to a file to distribute to the teams, either athletics or the PWHL. Make sure that's all ready to go with the current rosters. So when they're making their replays, they have up-to-date stuff.
Right.
Making sure that all of our equipment's taken care of and is ready to go. Getting a list of everybody that needs a headset on game day, making sure that all the batteries are ready to go. We've assigned who gets what, and all of their packs are on the correct party lines of who they need to talk to.
Right.
So it's a lot of making sure everything's ready to go. So then when people arrive, our game day staff comes in, they're just ready to go
This is
game.
what we're
And
doing.
yeah.
No, that makes sense. No, that makes perfect sense. So are you guys doing you guys are everything that's like inside the center in terms of like audio and visual?
Yeah.
Right? Who gets the playlist of like what music is going on like before games start or like in between? Like how does that get decided?
Before games is usually the team will make those.
Okay.
And be like, hey, I like sometimes the girls want to hear these songs.
Right.
Or like this is like how the team brands themselves into this music. Or like sometimes our what we call our A1 or our audio engineer one, the top guy in audio world, he'll just come in, be like, this is the music that is popular and trending right now. That's kind of low key. So then when you arrive, the vibes are good. Oh. They're not high energy because we're not ready to get high energy right now, but we're chilling, you know, you're mingling, you're finding your seat. It's not distracting music. It's good vibing music. You're getting your food, you're talking, you're scrolling on your phone being like, who's the starting lineup tonight?
Right.
What's my parlay at? Yeah. Who's my scratches? Like, who are my players to know, kind of thing.
Right.
Or like, who's got the cute bunts?
My fantasy team.
Yeah, yeah. Who do we think are actually kissing right now? The important questions.
That's good to know because I always wonder because every time I go, so I'm Chicago local, and every time I go to the United Center for a Hawks game, it sounds like my Spotify playlist, and I'm like, what angsty person is playing like Blink 182? Scotty doesn't know, like Scott Pilgrim versus the World soundtrack. I'm like, who else is this angst? Like, this sounds like my stuff. Who's up in the booth, like having a bad time?
Maybe we need to be friends.
Right. I'm like, obviously we need to be friends. We probably have the same Spotify Wrapped, but I'm like, it can't be the 19-year-old on the ice. Like Connor Bedard's not like, oh yeah, angsty emo music.
No,
that would be too on brand with all the TikToks of people making him sad. So maybe he is a little emo. We don't know.
You know what? We all have our emo phases, and you know what? Connor Bedard's going through a very valid one right now. Poor boy, just like carrying the whole team.
Hey, we got other tiny tots. It was worse before. That first year, I tell everybody, that first year was painful. At least now there are like other people his own age that are there.
Yes, and that's very helpful in the locker room.
Exactly. Okay, perfect. And then, so we've got game days for, correct me if I'm wrong, for UMass. stuff, but then we've also got P-Dub.
Oh, we got the P-Dubs. Very similar.
Very similar. Okay.
Yes.
And were you already working at like the arena prior to P-Dub becoming a thing? Or did P-Dub happen, you got the offer and you're like, absolutely, go women's hockey?
So I got hired about August and we were just UML. The season started about October and it ended by March, and then you were done.
Right.
So I got hired. They announced that the league was going to happen. And I'm ecstatic. Because women and hockey. Yes. And then they were like, okay, these are the locations. And I'm like, Boston! Yay! I'm getting season tickets. Let's go. And then they were like, hey, so you know this, have you heard of this PWHL thing? And I'm like, yeah, obviously. I've heard of them. And they were like, so there's people that are gonna come, they're gonna check out the space and like see what we got to offer. And I'm like, oh, over some other arenas going on around here. I know they can't get the Garden right now. There's no ice time. But we're being considered. That's pretty cool. And then I was on my way there for, I think, a game or like something. I was on my way and I read that they were going to be at the Sangha Center. And I was just like, this is how I find out. Is this real life? Am I going to be working these? We didn't really know. We didn't know if we were going to be working them because they could totally bring in professionals from around the league ragtime thing, and they're using our equipment. And then my boss fought super hard for our team to do it.
I would imagine like it would, like in theory, it would just be better to have you guys, because one, you know the layout, you know kind of the ins and outs of that area completely.
Yes.
Like that would, it's not broken, don't fix it.
Truly. But with them, they looked at us, they were like, this is a college crew, not this is a crew of very talented, very capable individuals. When put together, create magic. And I think that's what our team really creates. When you come to the Zonka Center, we put on one of the best shows in Hockey East.
Oh, I love it. What was the first game, the first P-Dub game like? Run me through the emotions. Because I don't know that you, like, I cried my first P-Dub game, and I don't even work in hockey. Like, I just run a podcast. Yeah. But I cried.
Oh, my God. I was a huge fan of Hillary Knight growing up. And, like, just to be able to be in the same building as all of that happening was insane. The amount of people that came out to see it was just... As a woman, I felt like this like feminine energy rolling through me. It was insane. My family came to that game too.
Nice.
And it was awesome to just share that with them too. But it was an interesting game behind the scenes, but I'm not really going to get into that.
No, that's fair.
But it was, as a fan of women's sports, it was insane to be at.
Oh, I can't imagine. I didn't go the first year, but me and my friend went up to Minnesota to see the Frost because I'm a big Kendall Coyne fan. I also love Hillary Knight, but big Kendall Coyne fan. And we had gone up there, and it was like a day game, Minnesota versus Toronto. And we were surrounded by like this tiny tot girls hockey team that like had played a tournament that morning, and then they were coming to like cheer on Kendall and Taylor Heisey, and me and her are just like crying because we're like, oh, where was this when we were kids? Like this would have been insane. And I don't know if you do, I tell everybody the just straight up environment vibe of a PWHL game is just, it can't be put into words. It's just so much better than watching any other NHL game.
It really is. It really is. They do such a good job, the league, in just creating that safe space. And just the way that they made the game made it more physical and just made it just about the girls and not about the teams themselves. And that's where they structured it. This is a league. We are here.
Right.
And we're supporting women right now.
As they should. I also feel like not only just with the teams, but more like comparing the PWHL community to the NHL community, just the lack of gatekeeping about the sport of hockey within the PWHL community. Like, I feel like other hockey worlds, it's like, it's the name 5 players. It's the, you have to pass a test to prove that you're a fan, where P-Dub's like, you're getting into it? That's great.
Yes. The amount of TikToks I see of like girls being like, so I don't nothing. Please come help me, girl. Come help me.
I'm done with the dating apps. I'm
yes, I'm gonna find somebody at a PWHL game.
I'm like, we all are, apparently.
It's the 3rd place.
Yes.
Make PWHL your 3rd place.
Please. Gosh. One day Chicago will get one, or at least a closer one. Granted, I do love going up to Minnesota. But one day. I keep hearing, do you have any, because I know they're expanding to even more next year. Do you have any city in particular that like you're hoping?
I'm kind of hoping Dallas gets one. Like the Texas area. Like
they showed up.
They showed up. Woo! And that's what I love about this PWHL takeover tour is that they're bringing it around, and the numbers just keep rising because everybody's just like, no, they're coming to my place.
Right.
They're coming here, and they just get such a good draw. So I don't know. I'm excited.
I'm so excited. Give me all of the teams in every city. I'm kind of hoping DC gets one. Just because I think they're one of the, and everybody says that like they're an unconventional market for hockey, but who cares? And they've got a huge like women's sports community in the DC area. So I'm hoping for them if we don't.
That's fair.
Perfect. So jumping to because I have not been to the Boston area, I will say. It's still on my list. Places to go. I was supposed to go, I think it was like a couple of weekends ago for scouting for a prospect, but I was too terrified with like all the snowstorms. So I'm like, I'm going to get snowed in somewhere.
Yeah.
But then it also turns out the prospect I was supposed to go look at ended up getting suspended for the weekend. So I'm like, yay.
Things happen for a reason.
Things happen for the reason. It was actually it was the fight. Boston University versus UMass.
Was it the Boston University versus you were gonna go to oh my god, I'm sitting right here and I got a text from one of my audio guys and he's just like, we fought. And I'm like, shut up. Our guy that has 2 first names was in a fight. Connor, Eddie.
Yeah. I was gonna go see that kid. Which that threw me. That whole thing was a very fun thing to discuss. Fun thing to discuss on our show because that's one of the Boston University kids, a Hawks prospect. And so I just get a text from my dad out of nowhere. They're like, he's like, Sasha got into a fight. I'm like, what do you mean Sasha got into a fight? And he's like, no, go look it up. And I'm like, okay. And so I like watched it. I'm like, all right, pretty good fight. Kid comes from boxing, like, sure. But then the entire week before like they got the suspension announcement, which that in itself I thought was hilarious.
Yeah. Well,
So like
you
we're
can't
so
fight in hockey.
horrified by this, but 2-game suspension. Uh,
You can't fight in hockey. You can't fight in college, but like
we were all like, is he gonna get suspended for the year?
here?
Can he just drop out? Can he come play in Rockford right now? Like,
Yeah.
just let's go. I know he was injured for like, it's the thing, like that kid was injured for like the first half of the season anyway. But we're like, can you just? So we were kind of bummed with the 2-game suspension. But yes, I love that you also know of that fight and we're getting messages about that.
Yeah, no, I had to brief my team about it. I was just like, okay, so I usually do the hockey lowdown. And I'm like, hey guys, so just so you know, there was a fight last night. They, we play very chippy. It's going to be a very chippy game, and it was. But no, that was one of the best things that has happened yet this Hockey East. We had a Star Wars night the other night, and the dude who makes the videos was like, "Hey, so I have an edit, and we're not using it unfortunately, but it had the fight in it. And I did show it, and they said no, but I still have it."
Oh my God, I need this edit. Hell yes. Yeah, no, that was I was even talking with other, I mean, they brought it up on like mainstream hockey podcasts. They're like, this college fight. I'm like, yes, there should be fighting. Maybe not fighting, but it's fun. It's a part of the game.
It's a part of the game. It's part of the accountability. It's part of the culture. And, you know, they're doing it down the 18s. Why?
Yeah.
Why? I
But
get it.
it was definitely something interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, to fight in college, that take like somebody must have really said something because you got to take the extra second to pop off the cage, drop the glove. Like this isn't just like a casual like you're annoying me sort of thing.
No, I want to see a mic'd up of that. That would be good.
Please give me the
Give me the
or
mic.
just like the lip sync dub of it.
Somebody
Like, even if
lip-sync
it's wrong.
Yeah.
Jumping back, got the last couple of questions. Jumping back to the year 2025 as a whole, what were some of your favorite moments, or even like through your position, or maybe like a favorite moment that you have that you were able to experience as a perk of kind of your position or just different opportunities that you had throughout 2025?
Oh goodness, what happened in 2025? I I gotta scroll. I gotta know what happened.
Do you also go through your camera roll to see what happens? Because that's me.
Yeah, my Snapchat memories. That's my diary.
Fair enough.
Oh goodness.
I'm like, what games did I go to? Like doing the 2025 recap for socials. I'm like, where was I?
Yeah.
What rinks was I at?
Yeah. Okay, so some of my favorite moments from the previous year. I went down to Nashville for a little bit. I went to a Predators game.
Nice.
That was
What did you think of the rink?
It was you also went. I saw that.
Yes.
It was so very interesting. I was high up in the rafters, up in the cheapos, and this was opening day too. And it was a very interesting rink. I got lost a lot, but that comes with going into somebody else's home.
Oh yeah.
But it was It was
It's a
an
weird layout. It's a
yeah.
weird layout. I still don't understand because, like on the side where UC Saros is gonna be twice, I don't understand why there's, like, not a full section of seats.
They cut
Or
it off
no,
for the
not
band.
where UC Saros is, where, like, the opposing goaltender is gonna be like, why am I having decent seats watching the Predators goaltender for 2 periods?"
It was had, like, the tunnel was, like, right in front of me.
Oh,
I was, like, up there, so I was just watching that basically the whole entire game. I don't know why, I knew it wasn't gonna fall, but I was just like, it just sits there.
it's just chilling.
It just she just sits. Um, but yeah, that was a fun one. They didn't communicate. I noticed that they didn't communicate, like, how the intro was gonna go. So
Mm,
at some they just, like, hung on the tunnel down on the ice for a really long time, and I was just like, there was a miscommunication. Rust. I'm gonna blame it on the rust, but could have gone over that one more time in rehearsal.
right.
But that's things that I notice when I go to different games.
I was gonna
I'm
say, is that just
it's
where your mind is when you go to sporting
all the
events
time.
now? It's just
It's watching everything, and every time I go, I'm, like, annoying my boyfriend. I'm like, "Oh, that was a miss. That
I
was," or I'm just, like, in love with the replay operator.
highly encourage you to find and I know that there's plenty of them, of it's the Chicago Blackhawks game versus Boston, but when Boston was here, because we dropped, like, a big curtain outside or, like, over the, like, scoreboard thing to do, like, a visual show. Never once has this gone correctly. And that game,
How long
it
has they been
then
doing it?
because it dropped just this year because it's the
Okay.
100-year celebration, but, like, it
Yep.
drops, they show the visuals on the curtain, and then it's supposed to just, like, drop onto the ice, and they're able to, like, pull it off sort of thing, but it gets stuck
Of course it does.
on the scoreboard. So there's a guy having to, like, rappel down from the top of the United Center to, like, untuck it or wherever it got stuck. And I feel like whoever is in your position for Blackhawk games, like, would be having an aneurysm during the entire bit of it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That is my nightmare. Having to be like, "The curtain's still on there. Curtain's
Yeah.
still on there. The curtain's still on there." Okay, we gotta go call somebody needs to tell Jerry that this was not on us.
This was not a part of the plan.
This is not the plan. Oof. The accountability on that one, don't wanna be in that meeting.
No, but I'd love to be that guy because, like, that is bragging rights stories for, like, the next year or so. Like, "I propelled down from the ceiling of the United Center. That's what I did at work today."
How was the game, honey? Well, you see,
Let me tell you.
let me tell you the day I had. Oof.
Alright, so we went to Nashville. Do we have
We went
any
to
other
Nashville.
favorites?
I did, so I work for a broadcasting company who also does high school sports. We do, high school, football games, basketball, lacrosse, and we're a traveling show, so we go around to different towns, watch the best matchups of the week kind of thing, broadcast
Nice.
them live, which is something that our state doesn't totally have right now. It's a lot of like record at the game and then post later. Um,
Mhm.
so I worked uh, the finals with them and the championship game and was down low on the turf and
Excellent. I think I saw this on your TikTok.
yeah, I think you saw this on my TikTok. Just um, being just I do it for my community. I love
That's what's
being
up.
able to just see some of them just like in the prime of their lives and playing with their brother's final game and just watching them put their hearts and guts and bodies on the line just for one last time together.
Yeah. No,
I
that's
feel it just
love.
like it's awesome. I love doing it.
No, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Final question, the flip of this.
Okay.
What are we looking forward to the most?
So sorry.
What is in
Oh, my
store?
So sorry. Can you repeat that? Pulled my
Yes.
headphone.
On the flip side, what is 2026 for Kat? What do we have on the horizon? What do we want on the horizon?
I don't know. I want to go to more games.
Mhm.
I want to spend more money on tickets. I want to go to as many Red Sox games as I can this year. I don't know. I don't know. Just whatever comes. I'm ready to say yes.
That's the right mindset.
I'm ready to say yes. I'm ready for some change in my life.
To work more PWHL. They want you to just travel to all the PW games.
Yes,
That's what we're manifesting.
yes, you do.
Is just more
women games, please. More. Yeah.
Give us all of it. Well, Kat, thank you so much for coming on. This was fantastic.
This was so much fun.